Okay, so let's start off with Bitcoin here. I have this RSI drawn, this fib level drawn from January till April, and then we're reaching the 0.5 level on the 1 hour. I did say there was a bullish divergence, so we might be seeing some sort of push up. The only thing I'm concerned about with this bullish divergence is that it's been too long in between. Yeah, who was that? Let me see. Yeah, guys, just let me know the name of who's not muted, and I can just mute him on the server. All right, so this bullish divergence usually means that we're going to have a push up. We're starting to break, we're having a full candle close above this 21 EMA on the 1 hour, so we might be pushing up to 47, 48 area, which will be good for, you know, the whole crypto market. If we can just range in this area, that'd be good. We might still come down to this level. Like I said, I'm still a little bit concerned that there was too much time that's passed between this divergence, so could be a fake out here on the 4 hour. You see this still chugging up to the 21, which is in line with the 382 level, so we might see something like this and then down. So that will obviously affect the whole market if that happens, so just watch out for that. All right, let's move on to Ethereum right here. All right, we're seeing some support here too. This is just this is a whole area of demand right here, so it's looking like that's holding for now. Yeah, in terms of support beyond that, it's this little area right here. So we either hold this level. You can see that this was the resistance of the ascending channel before, and hoping that it holds support. It's been holding it pretty well so far, so this might be a good time to buy this if you were waiting for a dip in Ethereum. It could also come down 10-15%, but you can just dollar cost average, so just start buying in little chunks now for the next couple weeks, and then you should have a good average. Even if it moves up, then you know you average around 3,500. If it moves down, then you averaged around 3,100. All right, so BNB not looking so hot, honestly. Let's look at the volume profile on this. All right, so it passed this demand area, which is a bad sign. So there was this big level support right here, major support level, that was broken. You can see that it tried to break above it, but couldn't reclaim the level. If you don't know what reclaim means, it means pushing above it, retesting, and pushing back up. That's ideally what you want to see in situations like this, but since it broke that level, tried to push up, broke down, tried to push up above it, and broke down, I think we're going to see more downwards movement, even possibly to the 360 levels, actually here. So like that's the worst case scenario, right? I'm not saying that it's going to go down there. I'm just saying that worst case, that's where it could go. There's obviously some demand right here. Whoops. Some demand right here in this area. So if that doesn't hold support, then we're going to look further down to 404, and then worst case, like I said, 350. So ideally we'd like to see this bounce up and then just range in this area probably, but that's just the ideal situation. All right, just going through the big caps popular coins. Doge, still under this resistance, and until it can break over this resistance, then I'm still bearish on it. So what could possibly happen is it hits this a couple more times and comes down here. there is this support level right there. You can see there's demand right here and right here. So let's see. So yeah, that was obviously eaten up in this area. Couldn't break below it, came back up, and had a trouble with this zone of resistance. So then it went down, and then once you could draw a descending resistance right here, it hasn't been able to push up above these two resistance areas. So the bullish scenario would be that it pushes up here and then reclaims this level right there and then goes back up. Otherwise, just keep an eye on it. And obviously, if Elon says anything, then if we see this, that's a good sign. All right. Ethereum compared to Bitcoin is actually turning bearish. So might be signs of resurgence in Bitcoin. You see that it's having trouble getting reclaiming this area of BTC, Ethereum BTC. So until it moves back up, I think we could either see Ethereum start to stagnate or lose more, or Bitcoin starts to come up. Let's see. So on the daily, there's support right here in this area, which is in line with the 21 EMA. So just keep an eye on that. All right. All right, here's the dollar index. It looks like it's going down. Looks like it's all right. Let me just mute you, Salman. You're having some feedback. All right. So the Dixie is going down, which is good for crypto. So as long as this maintains this downtrend, then we're going to see crypto keep moving up slowly. I mean, it's been moving up, but it's moving up slowly. All right, Cardano broke out of this accumulation area, making higher highs and higher lows. I can see this continue to push up. We have this area of support right here around $1.85. So that would be good entry if you want. I mean, I think it's a good idea to accumulate Cardano. If you want, you can start dollar cost averaging. This is one of those large caps that will be around. Let's see. Is that all? April 2018. What's the best? I guess, okay. So in terms of targets for Cardano, let's see. I mean, that's a pretty crazy target, $23. That's like the first fib level though. So I don't know if we can get all the way up to there. I think $10 is more likely. It's just a psychological area. Let's see if we draw. Yeah, so around this area, the 0.618 and then the 0.786 area is kind of my targets for Cardano. All right, and then let's look at some alts that I think are strong. These are large caps that are strong. Let's look at aave. Aave is looking really good on the weekly. I mean, it just keeps going up and up and up. Trend is your friend, so follow the trend. If we look on the 4-hour, it's still holding the structure, and by structure I mean it's making higher lows and higher highs right there. So it's steadily just trending upwards. Let's see, and then yeah, it's breaking above this high area. You can see that during the dump on the weekend, it really didn't dump that much. I mean, Yeah, that's 20%. That is kind of a lot for a big cap, but it looks better than most other ones. At least it's not downtrending like BNB or Ethereum. It's still going up, and staying above this 21 EMA, and especially on the daily, it's still holding above that EMA, which is a good sign. So it's about to close above this level. If we see, you know, a close and a retest and a bounce up, then that's really good. That's what we like to see. It could even, you know, bounce below this and go back up, just based on the close of this candle back here in February. So it still could move down there, but it would still maintain its structure of an uptrend. All right. So Aave is one of the stronger ones that I've seen. And Kusama is one of the other strongest ones that I've seen. Same thing pretty much. So it's maintaining its structure, higher lows, higher highs. It's closing. Yeah, go for it. What's up? Kusama? Oh, Aave. Let's see, Aave. All right, yeah, I'll go through price predictions as well then for all these coins. So just simple fib levels. I mean, the first target is 900. You know, ultimate target is 1850. Not the ultimate target, but I mean, these, you know, these are the expectations. And I don't really personally like to give you guys price targets because that's really based on demand. So like, I know people like to hear price targets, but that's not something like anyone can tell you, because that's all based on market demand. If the whole market's in shitcoins, then, you know, not a lot is going to go to DeFi. Even the institutions are in shitcoins, okay? Like they're not dumb. They're not just sitting on their hands with their thumbs in their asses, like waiting for aave to do a 5x. They can see that SHIB is fucking, you know, like SHIB and SafeMoon are doing crazy numbers, so they're putting their money in shitcoins too. So it's just where the market is. You got to follow the market, and based on just TA, like, yeah, these are the targets. But that's just, you know, it's kind of just day by day, and if it hits this and you know, claims that level, then it's looking good to push up. And then there's, you know, fib levels in between, and it might not always hit this. You know, so some areas to look for are definitely this first 0.382 level and this 0.618 level, 1400. But, you know, if there's a lot of demand, this can definitely go all the way up to the top of these fib levels. But that's just based on the market. All right. And then Kusama, I was on Kusama. So Kusama's looking good too. First target is this 869 level. So there's a lot of good news coming out with Kusama. Crowd loans. Karura is the first parachain on Kusama. So with these crowd loans, you basically take KSM tokens, put them in you send them to Karura basically in a contract, I believe. Not totally sure, but you send them and then they give you Karura. So if you don't know Karura, it's the Acala of Kusama, and they're both like Uniswap. They're going to be like the Uniswap Aave combined in the Polkadot ecosystem. So just look up Karura, because that's the one that's going to be on Kusama. It's the sister to Acala. It's basically Acala. So Acala is the DeFi hub of Polkadot. Kusama is the DeFi hub of, or sorry, Karura is the DeFi hub of Kusama, and it's going to be the first one. And that's coming out real soon, so that's why there's a lot of hype. And you know, this. All right, Mosam1, I'm gonna mute you real quick. There you go. So as long as it's maintaining this bullish structure, which has been since April, which is really good for continued move up. You know, higher highs, higher lows. We're looking to push even further here, and then it's even more apparent in the 4 hour. So when it did dump, you know, it wasn't as bad as other ones. The fuck? All right. All right, synthetix is the other one that's looking good. So this one is trending upwards since April as well. So as you can see, higher highs, higher lows. Let's see here. Let me just get a volume profile real quick. All right, and it's maintaining above this area of demand, and it broke above this key level right here of resistance. So you can see that this volume profiler was exactly where it got bought up a couple days ago or yesterday, or I don't even know what date it is. 17th? Yep. Yeah, that's where it got bought up. That's what the biggest area of demand. So if it can push up above this level of resistance right here, then we're looking to keep pushing further, at least to previous all-time highs. Okay, and then there's alpha. And this one's on Binance. Alpha's looking good as well. Still, again, sound like a broken record, maintaining that structure of higher highs, higher lows. So as long as it holds above this low, I think we can see this push up. My only concern is it is below this 21 EMA and is consolidating. So what I'd like to see is it push above that before, you know, buying in or anything. And it's kind of at this critical point right here of resistance and support. So couldn't was support, broke down, came back up, still acted as support. So now it's just consolidating in between this area. So just keep an eye on this one. This is one to watch out for. DeFi as a whole is doing well. So you'll notice that a lot of this. All right. All right, muted him. Wait, where's that coming from then? Oh, is this one? I think he muted himself. Okay, I muted the wrong person. All right. So as long as we see this keep pushing up, we're looking good. Let's see. And here is the area of support right here, or sorry, accumulation zone. So again, it's just kind of chilling in this accumulation zone right here, still in there. So and, you know, it already made a push up above it, push up above it. So I expect it to keep pushing up above it as long as it maintains that ascending support. All right, so what's next? XRP is looking good actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, so the RSI I'm using is this BA RSI and EMA close, and then I use this RSI trends as well. So these two. I like to use this because you can tell a lot from RSI depending on the level. Right here, this green zone, that's called the bullish control zone. So for those of you who don't know, it's an easy way to tell that, you know, a lot of people think, oh, if it hits this, then it's going to come down, and that's the end of it. But that's not really how you read RSI. RSI is momentum, and if it keeps above this momentum, which is just you know, a number of how the number of basically how fast it's going up. There's some math involved in it. It usually uses like the last 14 days or 14 candles, and uses the difference between the close and the open of the last 14 candles basically, and averages that to get the amount of momentum there is, or something like that. I could have just been talking out my ass there, but I know it's momentum. So basically, if it stays above this area and it's in the bullish control zone, that means it's good to keep pushing up. So like, yeah, since it got into the bullish control zone right here, it can come down, but usually this 50 line is a good area of support. If it bounces off that, then it's good to keep going up, right? And then it came down, landed on this 40, and since this is indicative of momentum, you can see that the trend is up, and that's what you want to see, and you can see that reflected in the price here. Oops. All right, so yeah. So in terms of price targets, the first price target for SNX obviously is the previous all-time high right here, and then after that, if it breaks that, then we're looking at, or sorry, this is alpha, my bad. So for alpha, previous all-time high is around $3, and then next push is 6, and then push after that is 18. So that's what you could be expecting. 18 is actually pretty high from here. That's the 10x. But alpha does have like, what's its market cap? Yeah, 500, it's half a mil. So like 5 billion is actually not like out of question in terms of market cap. All right, and then on Binance, there's also Alice was looking good. It just broke out of its, this one is an NFT. It broke out of its descending downtrend and this descending resistance. So what I would like to see is this test the 21 EMA and then keep pushing up. And same thing. So first is previous all-time high at around $20, and then just draw the fibs for 32 and 70. All right. YFI was trending upwards. It did hit like 80K. Yeah, above 80K. Oh my god, damn. Hit like 90s, 96K. That's crazy. I think it's been on Binance longer, so let's look at that. And yeah, I mean, since February, it's that's just like a great looking structure right there. It's just been trending up slowly and slowly and slowly. People know the value of Wi-Fi, still constantly using it, and it's just been an uptrend since basically last November. So you know, you've been steadily making profits if you've got in on this on any of these dips in the in this support line. But yeah, this one has peaked over the 21 EMA, did blast above it on the daily, and now we're just seeing consolidation. So I would definitely keep an eye on this one. If it, you know, you want to see something like this bounce out of that descending wedge or descending channel, and then this is definitely a buy area, this level of support right here. So if it does hit this, you can wait, you know, or you can start dollar cost averaging, whatever you want to do. This is a longer term hold. It's a pretty high market cap, so it's in I think in the billions, or maybe even 2 billion. Let's see. Yeah, 2.5 billion. So again, just keep an eye on this. We have this level of support right here as well, right there in this area of demand. So if we use the volume profiler here, Yeah, that's too far. So maybe from here. Okay, so this is the ultimate area of demand. If it ever goes down here, then that's a definite buy signal, but I think this support zone right here in this area is a better indicator. Right there, which is in line with where the bottom of this channel is. So something to keep in mind, keep an eye on YFI. And then in terms of exchange tokens like BNB, not looking that great. Already had its run up, now is turning bearish. And then you can see that, you know, it's been having a on the weekly, it's had bearish divergence right here, like a slight bearish divergence. But if you don't know what bearish divergence is, it's basically when the price is making a higher high, but then RSI is making lower low, so that indicates that it's losing momentum and doesn't have enough juice to push up. And then if you look at this too, let me make the yellow line a little bit clearer. So whoops, let's just do a red line. Okay, so and then this EMA right here, it has been holding it pretty well, but lately, or on this weekly, it's pushed down. So you know, if you're holding BNB, if you've been taking profits in BNB, just something to keep an eye out for. It might be better just to go into like BUSD or a stable, so you don't lose as much value. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so any of yeah, so what I would do is put a portion of that into, you know, this bigger cap coins, like I mean XRP is any one of the coins that I talked about, basically XRP, kusama, aave. I was also going to go into sushi. That's actually looking pretty good as well. But any of these coins, right, are worth looking into. You could put some money in there, and then what I do is I have, you know, about like 75% of my portfolio into these big caps. And you can do something more risky, like, you know, maybe 30% into these big caps, and then start putting money into low caps. I'm not going to go over low caps right now, but I will, you know, be putting some on the watch list, some that I think are, you know, gonna pop. Let's look at like band. I think band still is going to. Oh, never mind. Low cap. Okay, never mind about band. It's not looking that hot. It needs to bounce off this support. So low cap is basically like I consider under a billion, like 800, or that's kind of mid cap. So low cap would be pretty much anything under like 300 million. My low cap definition was a lot different when I started, so um nowadays, yeah, nowadays, yeah. So a lot of it. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, Phantom was also looking good for a little bit. It needs to hold this support. It did just close below this 21 EMA on the daily. I know there was a lot of stuff happening with this, so I don't know if we missed that train. But in terms of low caps, I mean, let's see, mid caps. You know, always good. Ren, let me look at Ren actually. Yeah, it's not looking that great. It needs to hold this support zone for it to keep going. Anyways, I don't currently have low cap or these mid cap altcoin picks for you. Alpha actually is probably the best one in terms of midterm. The chart looks great. Yeah, and I haven't really been paying attention to like mid cap, low cap news. I know some people that like StormX. That's a good mid cap. In terms of that, you know, like one of the mid or low caps that I was looking into is Pink Node, but I don't know. I don't really know the demand for it right now. You see, it did have like a push when it came out from like 30 cents up to 80 cents, but it's since gone down to 44 cents. So I've honestly been staying away from these coins because, like, yeah, I personally didn't like shit coins before, but that's just where the market is, you know. I used to be stubborn and only want to play these, but I was losing money, so I had to pivot my strategy, and that's really all you can do is like follow the market, pivot your strategy, not be stubborn, you know. Like a lot of people are just losing more money on these really good legit coins that could be the future. Um, and they, you know, they might come back or they might not just because there's not enough money going to them. You know, I know that the legit coins are funded by um, big backers and stuff, so that'll keep them going, and they'll probably stay around. I know Pink Node is like Infura for Polkadot, which is like super important. Um, so that's one I'm keeping an eye on, and I did put it on the watch list, or I put it on BMG Gems with an eye emojis. But I didn't do a trade alert because I didn't think it was going to keep pushing up, which, you know, obviously it hasn't. It's gone down 42%. So, you know, there's a ton of really good legit coins out there, but I'm not putting trade alerts on them because they're, you know, more bound to fuck you than anything. Uh, yeah, and then in terms of strategy, I mean, like, you know, put some in large caps, put some in mid caps, put some in low caps, and just gamble with these shit coins. Honestly, like that's what I've been doing. I've turned 100 into like 6 grand in the past like month, just trading these shit coins. Because I was like, I don't really want to put that much into it. I was hesitant to even put 1,000, but it's worked out. So, you know, just quick gambles, quick day trades, and you'll be good. So there is this pink node, and then there's Avalaunch, which is the Avalaunch. What is it? The Avalaunch launch pad, basically. Only thing with this one is it's available on Pangolin, which is the DEX for Avalaunch. So I haven't really done a trade alert because I know a lot of you probably aren't set up with Pangolin. Exactly, exactly. And then there's Solpad. Also, I don't even know if they're out yet, but no, Solpad, Solana. Yeah, so this is the launch pad of Solana, so another one to look out for. And launch pads are, uh, you know, I'd like to invest in launch pad like PokeStarter and things like that. You know, unfortunately, a lot of the market is in shit coins. PokeStarter has just been going sideways for a while. I mean, it did hit around like 230, and it's just been, you know, trending down since $7. So we really need a resurgence in these launch pads. Launch pads were really popular because people were making dumb money with IDOs, you know, but like only a few are selected with these IDOs, and I can see why people are going to shitcoins because everyone has access to these shitcoins, right? With launch pads, it's like people not in the US, you have to join a whitelist, and only like 1% of the whitelist is chosen, and you also have to have a certain amount of the coin to even to be able to even register for the whitelist. Exactly. So, I mean, like with these shitcoins, it's like anyone can literally just like be a part of these shitcoins. They don't need to go through registration. It's open to anyone. And then Yummy's like, Yummy, for example, has been trending up, and I think um, that's actually looking pretty good. There's this resistance that has been going against. Let's see. Yeah. So the resistance, and then it's making higher high or higher lows. So overall, this is looking good to me. Bullish structure. If you missed out on it, now would be a decent time. I think some people, I think it, it's there's this level of resistance right here. Let's see, right there. Below this support and resistance. I don't like that color. Whoops. All right, so just in this area, so you could see this ranging, just depending on when they push out marketing. So if some big name influencer, celebrity talks about it, then we're probably going to see this push up. If not, we're going to see this just range in this area for a while, and then just buy any dips is what I've been doing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, so TrueBit. Is that right? TrueBit, you said? All right. So let's take a look at TrueBit. Make sure it's the right TrueBit. Oh yeah, that looks right. Let's see. Uh, 2760. That's it. Okay. So in terms of TrueBit, yeah, it had its run from this area where it was like super hyped. It looks like a great project, but like I said, just legit projects aren't doing well, unfortunately. So it's coming up on this support zone right here. It's bounced off of it pretty nicely. My only concern is if it does break below it, then we're gonna see, the next level of demand is honestly down here at 20 cents. So that's like, ultimate bad news right there if it breaks below this. So as long as it holds this level, we're looking bullish, or not bullish, but at least ranging. As long as it holds this level, we're looking like it can just keep ranging in this area. It needs some sort of news for it to push up, get it back into the public eye, because everyone's attention span is so short. And then it's just been, can't hold above this area. Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I haven't been talking about any legit gems, honestly, just because they've just been getting wrecked. So what you want to see is this push above this, and it'll probably range in this area until some news comes out, or maybe even EIP 1559 in July. I know a lot of people are just still staying away from Ethereum coins because of that, right? Or Uniswap coins, just because fees are so high, even though honestly the fees on Pancake Swap are even more if you're taking out 12%, right? Because like this is what could be $30 to $100. So there's a point at which Pancake Swap is more expensive than Uniswap, because Uniswap is just a flat fee, right? Like $40 to $80, do 2 transactions, that could be like max $160. But if you're on PooCoin and they're taking 12% of each transaction, you know, if you put $1,000 in there, 12% is already 120 bucks. You're out. You put, you know, you make a 5x, you have to pay 12% on that. That's 600 bucks. So you paid $720 in slippage fees. So, you know, like, yeah, the transaction, the network fee is not as much, but since you're paying 12% in slippage, it's a lot more. So, PancakeSwap is definitely better for people that, you know, are probably under even 500 bucks. Just something to think about. You're asking about VeChain? Is that what you're asking about? Hello? Okay. All right, so let's go over VeChain right now. It is not looking good on the daily, honestly. Like, it's holding, hopefully it needs to hold the support. If it can't hold 15.6, then we're going to see this move further down. And if we use, gotta get rid of this. Hold on. Too many numbers right there. So the next level support is right here, right? And then if it doesn't hold this support zone, then it's going to go down to this area of support. And if it can't hold that, then the next area is down here. That's where the most demand is. And then, you know, sometimes it can hold right here too. You can see this area of demand right there. But to me, like on the daily, it's below this 21 EMA, so that looks like it's downtrending. A good indicator for this too is the Super Guppy. The CM Super Guppy. So these are just nice colors, right? But if you go, Super Guppy is a cool indicator. It tells the trend very well. So on the 4-hour, you can see that it's red, so that's a clear downtrend. So I would stay away from VeChain, honestly. I think there's more pain. You just what? Okay, for sure. Yeah. So it could come up to here if we take the Super Guppy off. What you could see here is on the 21 EMA, it could push up there, might even push above, but then eventually come down. So honestly, not looking that great for VeChain. Anyways, I'll open this up to more suggestions. Just type in general. Yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, you can always take a little bit out. You don't ever have to take the whole thing out. You know, you can take like 20%, 30%, 50%. At one point, Bitcoin, like I had a certain amount of Bitcoin. I took half of that and put it into Ethereum as a hedge. You know, that's a way to hedge your bets. You think that VeChain is going to go down, another one is going to go up. You can minimize your losses by putting it into something that you think is going to go up and you know, with these large caps, it's kind of easier to see the trend. Like this, for example, is definitely on a downtrend. Aave is on an uptrend. So if we look at like aave, that's a clear uptrend. You know, all green, all green. Yeah, and it's been consolidating for a long time, right? And like VeChain had its run. You know, VeChain is like its top was in April, while aave, um, let's see, yeah, aave's, you know, last previous all-time high was February, so it's been consolidating 2 months longer than VeChain, and that's what people are looking for. That's what institutions do. Is there's, you know, accumulation zones right here, and if you don't know what accumulation zone is, look up Wyckoff accumulation. There's this great article by Cold-Blooded Schiller. He's where I learned most of my TA. He's a great trader, great trader. He turned 100 into he did like a FTX competition a while back, and he won it by turning 100 into 48 times in about 2 days on big caps when shitcoins didn't exist. So yeah, this is the accumulation schematic, right? You'll see like preliminary support. This is what is called climax or something. Automatic rally, and then there's this is just schematic number one. There's a ton of different accumulation schematics, but if you look at this, it follows this area, right? There was the preliminary support, and accumulation is for further movement up, right? So you see this downward line here, but on here you see this upward line, but it's still an accumulation zone because of fractals and stuff. We're still in a bull run, so it's been accumulating here for a while, and it's finally pushed out of this accumulation zone, which is, you know, a very good sign that it's going to keep going up, while, you know, VeChain is not looking good. It's starting its accumulation zone. So what I'd like to see here is, you know, at this very bottom right here could be the accumulation bottom. So you know, you could either wait for this to come back up, you could sell some of it, put it into aave or any of the other ones that I talked about, like kusama. And like kusama had a short, not too long accumulation zone, actually, yeah, end of March, but it just had so much bullish news, while VeChain, you know, I haven't heard much news about VeChain or anything coming out. Kusama, there's like actual demand for it because of the crowd loans. You know, like the previous high was around the same time as VeChain, but there's no news coming out of VeChain that it incites demand. While for Kusama, these crowd loans, you need to buy Kusama to get Karura, so that's where the demand is going to come from. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's a good plan. Hey Solomon, sorry, let me. Oh, I don't see you, bro. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Let's go up to the top. So let's start with Zcash first. Is that what it is? Or ZC? Okay. So I'll start from the top. The Zcash on the 4-hour, it's closed a few candles below the 21 EMA, but it is kind of trying to come back up. It's I don't really know where this is, honestly. As long as it holds this, if it goes below this, then we're not looking too good. Further movement down could be starting, you know, an accumulation zone here as well. On the daily, is still above the 21 EMA by a lot. So, you know, it could come down to meet it. And on the super guppy, you can see that this bottom line also is a good line of support. So if it holds this area, that's a really good sign. Otherwise, we're going to see this probably come down to at least this previous all-time high level. Okay, Yummy's blowing up. It is. Yeah, it's exploding out of there. That's awesome. That's good. If you bought it at 1600, you're still good. Up 24%. We had like a little slight downward motion, but yeah, I think, like I said, I'd like this one long term. There's just an insane amount of marketing coming out for it. You know, it's donating to actual charities, which I haven't seen a lot of shitcoins actually provide proof of. So next is HNT. Yeah, go ahead. The change up how they do transactions. What do you mean change up? All right, I unmuted you, Salman. I don't know if that L is silent or not. All right. So in terms of HNT, it's, you know, it's still in this uptrend. It's been uptrending for a while. It's kind of sick, dude. I bought HNT back here in October, and then I sold it because it wasn't doing shit. Always keep a small bag. And then it's been above the 21 EMA. It's broken. No, that's not a good. That's not even the 21 EMA. On the 4-hour, it looks like it's downtrending, so it needs to just hold this area before coming down. And I mean, there was this 21 EMA, and now like a majority of the candles are under it, so that's a bad sign that it's going to keep going down. So if you see it, here's like a level, that 21 EMA. If it comes up at that level, or actually that's not, this is the 21 EMA. But here's another line for this, which is, I don't even know what moving average that is, but let's see what it is. That's a 200 moving average. Okay, so if it's below the 200, that's also indicative of a downtrend. So you can see that it was above the 200 for a long time, faked out below it, consolidated, and kept going. And now it's kind of below the 200 MA. So yeah, be careful about that one. USDT. Yeah, actually this isn't looking terrible. It's above the 200. And then there's this level of support right here where it faked out below it, came back up above it, held it, faked out again, and then is holding above it. So this looks more like just accumulation to me. And it's I don't know when it's gearing up. Let's see. I mean, the end of March was its previous all-time high, and like I said, that's kind of when Kusama was at a previous all-time high. But it needs some sort of demand. Like why buy Harmony One? You know, why do people need to buy Harmony One? If there's no demand for it, say that again. Oh, hey. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hey, let me finish this real quick. Okay, so if there's no like, you know, news or natural demand for this, then we're gonna see this just keep, you know, going sideways for a while. If it breaks out of this area right here, and just in turn, you know, I for one am not keeping up with Harmony One's news. If you guys want to share some of that news, always feel free to share news in the chat, guys. Like, you know, it's for everyone. So if it does break above here and retest, then we can see that moving upwards. But for now, I personally don't know any news of why people need to buy Harmony One. Does anyone know? Is there anything like interesting going on with Harmony? All right, sounds like nothing really. Okay, Poodle. All right, so Poodle. I mean, it's looking bad. What? Let's see. Yeah, it had a massive run. And I guess there's still higher lows here, so that's good. So as long as it can keep that level. Hey Solomon, can you mute yourself? There's some feedback going on. Yeah, so Poodle has to hold this area right here. If it doesn't, then, you know, it's probably gonna dump. But this relies on, again, like the hype where damn, it's like 10 million market cap. That's huge. So the hype for this could have died down. It needs another, you know, marketing push. Oh, Yummy. Yeah, saying Yummy is broke out of this area, so it's looking good. It has this area of resistance right here, so we could see this come back down. There's, you know, a couple of things that could happen. It hits that, comes back down, and then hits that again, or, you know, even goes even further down, or there's this level of support right here. Okay, I'll mute you in a second. And then I think I just muted synthetix too. Quite a bit on Twitter lately. Oh, Harmony One on Twitter. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. What are they saying about Harmony One on Twitter? So yeah, you could see that. You could see this even push down further, or sorry, this line of support, and then just range. But, you know, based on the marketing campaigns that are going to come out, you could see this, you know, push above that and keep going up. So yeah. All right, so there's this arrow right down here, and if you push it out, and then there's all of the tools that you have right here, and it's behind the PooCoin logo, which I hate because annoying. Sometimes I can't see it. Yeah. All right, Solomon, I'm gonna take you off mute so that you can speak. All right, you're off mute. Yes, I can hear you. Can you type it? Cause yeah, I'm still getting feedback from you. Yeah. All right, I had to mute you. Soundman. Yeah. So, anyways, I was trying to get more Yummy here. I was hoping it was gonna hit 100 or 10 or whatever, but it never did. Sad. It's all good. Yeah, it held this level of support right here. This previous low right there. So I mean the structure is looking good here. Hoping for a pullback. I'm gonna buy any pullback, especially if it hits 13. I don't know if it'll do that though, because people are bullish on this. Much tweets. Alright, so let's go up. I don't even know where I was. I already talked about Ether. Let's go to Algorand. Alright, so in terms of Algo, it looks like it's just been chilling in this accumulation zone. It's popped out a couple times, had a big dump right here, damn, almost 40% from that area. Did come back up though, and is having a hard time pushing above that. And then you can turn on the Super Guppy to see that it's starting a bearish trend right here. You can see the start of that red. So that's not good. It could come down to there. We really need to see it pop out of this accumulation zone and keep going up. So just keep an eye on that. There could definitely be more downwards movement on that. Let's draw some sideways support. So I mean, it could come down here like 12%, 15% to $1. If it doesn't hold that, then it's definitely going to come down here though. Ultra safe. I don't even know what ultra safe is. Send me a chart for that. H bar. Okay, I'll look at H bar. Wait, I already looked at H bar. Komodo. Okay. Komodo. Yeah, not looking too good in terms of the daily. Just trying to meet this EMA right here. I don't even know if that's the. I gotta change this color. 200 EMA. I usually do yellow. Okay, so yeah, it's coming down to meet this 200 EMA right there at this level of support right there. Yeah, so when you see like a level of support in line with an EMA or a moving average, then that's definitely a support zone. Let's see, Safe Galaxy. All right, Safe Galaxy. Oops. Yeah, overall, I mean, it's making higher lows. And it's holding that uptrend. So I would think it would be bad if it lost this area of support right there, like 37. What you want to see is breakout out of this resistance area. So if you see that, I mean, most likely, I think what could happen is that. I see that a lot where in this area it like blasts off, but not saying it's going to. You need confirmation. You need this to close above that area. Reef. Oh yeah, Reef. Too many E's. Okay, yeah, Reef has just been consolidating for a while. Just in this accumulation zone since, man, February. Still bullish on the daily. Broke below this 200 MA, so you know, could see this possibly come down. It needs to break above this. You need some demand to push this above that area for it to keep moving up. But yeah, I mean, just looks like it's in accumulation right now. Longer term hold. I don't even know if they have a parachain. So Reef is also a DeFi hub of Polkadot, but not as official as Acala and Karura actually. Yeah, so the name of the indicators is RSI. So RSI trends. RSI trends and BA, RSI, and EMA close or something like that. Angela and Donald token. I actually have no idea. I'll have to get back to you on that, Salman. Okay, let's see. Where was I? HOKK. Is that on here? No. What is HOK? Haka. Some dog token now. Hokkaido Inu. Is it this first one? I don't know. I'm just gonna do this one then. If you want this to go faster, send the contract. So right now it's just looking like it's at this support level, and we really need some sort of push from this area, right? That's the top part of it, that's the bottom part of it. It's kind of sitting at just at that area, doesn't know whether to go up or down. 6A. Oh, yep, definitely another one. And yeah, I mean, this one's not looking that great as well. It needs to hold that level. Just this level right there, and yep, just hold that level overall. And if it doesn't, then probably going to move down. I mean, damn, that's already like 50 million market cap. Oh, that's ultra safe. I thought this was HOKK. I don't know anything about ultra safe, honestly. Okay. It's not coming up for me. Oh, milk, that was an old one. I remember I bought some milk. And yeah, I mean, it needs another marketing push. Guys, like with these shit coins, don't hold on to them, honestly. Like, they're supposed to be short-term holds. Yummy like is the exception. Yummy is the only exception that I've really seen, you know, besides SafeMoon, since SafeMoon was the first one on Binance Smart Chain. So if you don't know, like Hoj was really the first one, but that was on Uniswap, and SafeMoon was like, yo, let's put this on Binance Smart Chain and remarket it, and they did a fantastic job at doing that. It was just, you know, a whole SafeMoon army. Now it's at like $5 billion market cap, so I don't know how much more it can keep going up. Even with Dave Portnoy, you know, talking about it, it needs some more. Let's see where SafeMoon is. It's yeah, since his tweet, it's been moving up. So and it looks like it broke out of this downtrend, so that's good. You can see the retest right there. I always stress buy on retest. It doesn't always happen, so you can, you know, you can dollar cost average. And then yeah, for milk, I mean, it needs hype. It needs hype. Like, what's the point of holding milk? What's the point of buying milk right now when there's so many other hype coins? This space moves so fast that you can't. Especially with these hype coins, it's all it is hype. There's no like fundamental reason to hold it. It broke below this area, which isn't good. You can see that it tried to test it, tried to bounce up, but then eventually got sold below. And here's the next level of support is, you know, 40% down. Or actually, sorry, this is the next level of support, but not looking too good. Let's see. All right, I'll go through a couple more. EOS. EOS. So I have this area marked right there, which was the previous high over here in this area, and then it hit that, came down, went over it. Now currently retesting it. So honestly, like, this looks good to me in terms of like the daily chart. I know it's just been trending up since January, like 250%, not too much. It's a big cap, so don't expect too much from it. I don't know any like fundamental reason to hold this. I know traders like it a lot, right? And that's probably where this came from. Just traders and people who are hodling. I thought EOS was a ghost chain, like nothing really going on there. It was just like a chain that was popular in 2017, 2018. Anyone, yeah, comment in general if you know like anything that's going on with EOS, any like fundamental news. Other than that, I mean, like it just looks like it's starting its parabolic move, honestly. Like, so we could see this, you know, either take off from here or go, you know, hit that parabola. I know that's not like a perfectly drawn parabola or anything. Yeah, that's all I have to really say with EOS, and it had its last all-time high, or it's already hit it from, when is that, 2018. So it's already hit that, coming down. So if we see that break above it, then we're like looking pretty good actually. Just in terms of trading, I don't really like it fundamentally. I don't know what's going on with it. I already went through HNT, XLM, Stellar. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's just been trending upwards as well. Follow the trend if you want. And let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour looking good too. Let's see. And definitely above the accumulation zone, so I think it could be making another push up, honestly. In terms of targets, just using this one. Let's see. First target is $1. Second target is $1.80. It's at 65, and then, you know, the bull run goes crazy, then 530. But I don't know, there's just so much demand in shitcoins. Like, all the demand is in shitcoins, so it would have to be a crazy amount of demand for this, because I know Stellar is a pretty big market cap. Alright, guys, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for coming. I'll put out the video. I'll send out some notes for the watch list that I went over in the first part. All right, peace out, guys.